So the question today is, what does it feel to be out and about since being in lockdown?
Well, I've been out a couple times, but this is great to be here.
In this pool when I had my oyster, there's a big crab.
This is the real Knysna Oyster, Chrysostria margaritacea. I'm happy to report that the oyster that you will get now in Knysna these days is the real Knysna Oyster, grown on our coast. You can spend a day, probably one of the most pleasant days when you visit Knysna, actually taking some of these oysters out yourself. And as you will pick up and taste, they are the best. They are tasty, they have beautiful texture, and this is the real Knysna, the real deal.
You want us to take oysters home? You want to take a few home?
Yeah, please.
I need a rock. I hate opening oysters.
Yeah. They're very, very tiny.
The most important part of opening an oyster is having enough people around you to chip.
This is a pearl, eh?
That's a monster.
July? Oyster Festival? Yes, it's hot, the oyster stone would go away. You gotta do my hair quickly. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my grandfather Charles for breakfast this morning.
Here's another oyster to cheer you up.
Thank you. Do I slurp this one out or?
No, just slip it out. Stick it in your nose.
I say, it's a pearl.
Hey!
Small.
Well done.
Well, that's a big one.
As I deserve at my age.
Bottoms up. Oh, yum.
It's rather like having a back dog.
You haven't even got your hair wet and you open the oysters already.
Okay, so bottoms up, eh? Pretty good.
So we do down the champagne or do you down the oyster? I think. Thank you, Grant.
Pleasure, man.
Nice done.
My little wee little boy.
salty.
They're really good. Are you serious? Did you see your face?
It's really salty.
They're really good. Much better than sharks.
Is it the first time you've had them off the rocks?
Yeah, first time
Yeah.
on the rocks.
Colin,
Yeah, same. First time off the rocks. This morning was Mike. I was following Mike in the water there. He turned around, he's like, oyster? And it was really good. I enjoyed it.
snorkeling, how did you find it?
So you just see like the profile of the oyster. You just see it very vaguely. Some of them are very full of algae on the outside, so you hardly see them. The older guys, the seniors, they have more experience. Be able to get the chance to follow them around and see what they're looking for is quite interesting and take a lot of fun.
And will you all do it again?
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, you'll be back?
Oh, I love oysters. It's,
Why?
Do you know what? It's you get outside and you go dive and you play in the water and then you put your hands in the water and you do a bit of hard work and you come out with this amazing, delicious tasting thing of the sea with some champagne. It's just...
You do the hard work or Charles does the hard work?
Charles does all the hard work. I just eat them and drink the champagne.
I must say, it's really not hard work. It's an absolute pleasure. Probably one of the nicest ways to get some real exercise for the day. As the years pass, you do get a little unfitter and it takes a bit longer, but what the hell? I've been doing it here for the past 30 years and hopefully I'll do it for another 30 years. The best recipe is to eat them fresh, in other words, to open them, to put a little dash of lemon and maybe a turn of black pepper, and that's it. You do not need anything else. When we eat them like we're eating them on the beach here this morning, the lemon and the pepper are not even necessary. It's just perfect as it is.
I used to prefer them with a bit of lemon and pepper, always. And this morning, the first one I had was with lemon, and the other 3 or 4 afters that Charles gave me straight out of the rock pool, just as is. It was amazing. It's delicious.
You actually taste the sea.
You do.
It's like a special experience. And you know, it's something that you can do as a family, bring your kids down. I've been coming down here with my children since they were small. I remember with the Mackenzies and the Bosmans, this used to be our Sundays. We didn't have money, but we had a lot of kids. So we had to entertain them for a Sunday. And guess where we came? This is where we came to the beach. Took out oysters, the kids played. Really a nice day for any family.
You know, there's a myth. There's a myth that oysters are an aphrodisiac. But what Charles just said 5 seconds ago was they didn't have a lot of money, but they had a lot of kids, and they've been coming here for 30 years eating oysters.
nifty. It's pretty agile though. And then stealth. Stealth.
That'll do. Would rather be left than right. Welcome to the Knysna area of the Garden Route National Park. Here we have the Knysna Estuary, as you can see behind me. We've got forest areas and fynbos areas, mountain catchment areas that are really important for water. The forest component is the largest continuous area of indigenous forest in the country. It stretches from, in Knysna, it stretches from Gona to Diepwalle and down to Harkeville as well along the coast. The Knysna Estuary is the most biodiverse estuary in the country because it's the only estuarine bay in the country and also home to a wide variety of biota, plants and animals, and also some endangered species like the Knysna seahorse and the Knysna sand goby, which only occur here. There's a wide variety of activities that people can do here when they come to visit Knysna and the national park. There are all the water activities. You can do canoeing, kayaking, you can go out on some of the boats that offer boat cruises on the lagoon. You can do fishing, bait collecting, as long as you have the required permits. And then there's even things like scuba diving, snorkeling and so on that you can do. Of course, swimming as well in the Knysna Estuary. It's a lovely calm waters to be able to swim in. And then also in the forests you can take part in one of our hiking trails. We've got day trails, we've got overnight trails as well with accommodation, from 7 days to 2-day trails that you can do, and then shorter walks as well for those who want to walk with the family. Then you can also go on our mountain bike trails. We've got some of the best mountain bike trails in the country here, I think. Different lengths and different difficulties for people of all ages to do. And then we also have adventure activities. We've got a zip lining activity that is going to start soon in the Kranshoek area of our park. So if you're really in it for some adrenaline, you can come and do something like that. We also host 34 events in the Knysna area of the Garden Route National Park per year. So that's cycling, triathlons, mountain biking, those kind of events. Then if you'd like to spend a bit longer, we've got some overnight accommodation. Everything from very rustic, where you can come with your tent to stay in the Diepwalle forest on the tented decks, or if you'd like a bit more luxury, we've got a 4-star chalet in the Harkeville area of the Garden Route National Park. If you're interested in finding out a bit more about our cultural heritage, we've got a lovely route that you can drive called the Rooted in Time, which starts up in Diepwalle and goes all the way to Gona with stops along the way of items of significance. We've also got the Forest Legends Museum that you can visit in Diepwalle Forest, where you can learn more about the woodcutters and the gold diggers, and also the Knysna elephant.
Dit was 1 Desember maand toe die olifant hier verby beweeg. Al met die boardwalk af, het 'n iframe-bord gestaan en het hom gebreek. En hy was seker maar 'n bietjie kwaad en toe druk hy sommer sy tand hier deur. Karel, onthou jy nog daai Sondag hier by Langvleibos? Wat ons die ou olifantkoei gevolg het?
Ja, verseker. Ja, dit was 'n benoude oomblik daardie oggend gewees wat ons op daar gekry het. Ja.
Maar kan jy onthou ons het daar deur Oude Brandbos deur beweeg, Oude Brandpad en daar by die platkap. Toe staan 'n stam sy mos daar in die fynbos.
Dat is verseker, ja.
Dis daai daar wat ek gesê het, jy kan spoor sny.
Ja.
Maar jy was 'n bietjie gefrustreerd, jy was 'n bietjie bang want dit is die eerste maal wat jy sien so groot dier wat daar, jy sien net die rug daar uitsteek en sy staan en stamp.
Ja, dis verseker. Dit was my eerste keer gewees, ja, en 'n bietjie nervus gewees van ek het nog nie so groot reus in die bos raak geloop nie, ja.
Ja, nee. Dit was 'n lekker Sondag gewees.
Yes.
En lyk dan nou vir my die Knysna olifant maak sy laaste draai.
Ja, want volgens die kameras en goed wat ons opgesit is daar nog net 1 oor in die woud en ek verstaan nie so daar bo in Valiese area rond, ja.
Ja, en ek wil ook glad nie meer draai die balle toe nie.
Ja, nee, miskien sal hy seker 'n bietjie warm hier teen November maand se kant weer 'n draai kom maak hier so, ja.
Ja, ons hoop maar so.
Ja, nee, verseker, ja, want hy was nou lank weg. Meer as 'n jaar wat hy nou weg is, dat hy aan die ander kant is, ja.
Ja, nee.
Ja, nee.
In terms of the Knysna Estuary itself, we've been working very closely with other stakeholders. For example, the Knysna municipality in terms of the Knysna Estuary Authorities Pollution Committee to try and reduce the amount of litter that actually enters into the estuary. So in the past, we were fortunate to have had an EPWP funded opportunity by working for the coast teams, assisting with cleanups around the estuary. Unfortunately, due to the COVID lockdown, those teams were not working, and it was, the responsibility fell back to the rangers as well as the Sandparks honorary rangers to go out and clean up the litter. Just in terms of some of the activities that we do have on the estuary, we do have fishing, recreational fishing and boating activities, although those activities do require specific permits. For example, the fishing and baiting, you need to get a permit from the post office. In order to have your boat on the Knysna estuary, you need to be in possession of a valid vessel permit, which is obtainable from us as Sandparks. People will come to the Knysna estuary to enjoy themselves, but I think one of the most important things that people need to be mindful of is how do we, each and every one of us, play our part in protecting the estuary and reducing the amount of litter that is being left about.
Huckable section, or the Knysna section as we call it. I'm welcoming you to the Perdekop section. It's a trail in Huckable, a hiking trail. It's about 9.5 k's, quite popular. So if you feel up to it, you can come join me. So let's have a walk. Something a little bit interesting, I'm thinking. So my daughter is 10 years old, and what I do most of the time when we're off, I take her out to the forest. And this one little tree I showed her, and basically just to make it easy for her to remember, is the following. In Afrikaans we'd call it an yskasboom. So you should ask me, but why would you say that? And look at it, it's white. It's the only tree which doesn't have a bark, or a hard bark like all the others. And you can find it quite easily. It looks like a guava tree. Né? It's very similar to that. In the white, it would remind you of the ice in the fridge. But it's actually a Cape Kaapse rooihout. Yeah, it's an Afrikaans name. Yeah. And that's the yskasboom. Until date she knows it. All between all the other trees. But yeah. Okay. So guys, I've got something for you. So we've got two types of animals which you can mostly find. So the one would be the bush buck and the one would be the bush pig. So the bush buck, what happens, late afternoons, sunsets mostly, or early mornings. So what they do, they would come out in open fields, and that's where you actually can see most of them at night. And the bush pigs does, let me show you. So the bush pigs, they're nocturnal, and that's what they would do. They would totally mess up the place, looking for onions or plants, anything they can eat. That's what they would do, and it's quite a mess. And they are around about this size, just upper thigh. That's about their size, a big bear. So yeah. But let's continue. Oh, and this is their dung. Interesting. This is maybe a few days old, as you can see. And yeah, this is the big ones. This is the big ones. Look at this. This. 1, 2, 3. This is bush pig dung. This is a big bush pig. This is a huge one. Eh? As you can see, look at the size of this. So you can just imagine about a bush pig this size. He's not going to play if you find you in the forest. Wow, look at this. But hey, they are all here.
Nice, Chandra, thank you.
So we're going to have to run a loop for us to be at where we need to be. Oh yeah, so the perdekop is quite nice, quite easy as you can see. It's mostly flat. It's perfect for your elderly, meaning your 80 years and over, and your youngsters, meaning that's your 3 years and upwards. So it's quite easy to do. All you have to do is wear a comfortable shoe, have your own water, maybe a sweet or so, and come and enjoy yourself. So come on. We've seen quite a lot of hooch terrain. Everywhere you look, it's just trees, trees and trees. But look at this. I told you earlier about this one. It's the real yellowwood. And look at this one. This is an ironwood. Okay, in previous years, so the old people, they used to believe if you put this in your stove, this would actually, if you use it for a long time, it would damage your stove totally. And apparently it's true. So, but look at this, best friends forever. Remember what I told you about the Otaniqua? Its bark looks like the Kellogg's cereal shape. Look at this. See? Mom, Dad, you can't go wrong with this. Look at the chips, look at the shape, and that's how you know it's an Otaniqua. Just on the other side. And remember the real yellowwood, its bark looks like biltong, which you can just tear like this. Remember? Let's see if we can find another one. You can maybe try to test it, but this is how I see it works for me. So you get two types of yellowwoods. You get the real yellowwood and you get the Otaniqua yellowwood, which is the huge one. And we've got two of those in the garden route. The one is in Tsitsikamma, the other one is just in Knysna, Tipvala. It's beautiful, it's beautiful. But the differences between the two, or how I can teach you, especially if you're a kid, the differences is the Otaniqua yellowwood. Think about it this way. Otaniqua mountains, and the real yellowwood, the real biltong. Think about it. So this is what you do. You see the Otaniqua chips, sorry, the Otaniqua bark, the yellowwood's bark. If you look at it, it's got a shape very similar to the Kellogg's porridge cereal. And the real yellowwood, its bark, if you pull it, it makes chips like biltong. Biltong is from South Africa, I believe. And that's how you get your real yellowwood. So if you see the bark, there's a lot of cuts like this. That means it's a real yellowwood. And in front, I'll show you the Otaniqua yellowwood. Its bark looks a little bit curly, like the cereal, Kellogg's cereal. But let's have a look. Let's see if you can find one. 4.5 kilometer mark at this stage on the perdekop. So kids, what I can tell you, this is a little game I like to play. So what you do to your parents, you tell them, Mom, Dad, what if I can promise you something specifically about the forest? So the promise should be as follows. You can promise them, and they're gonna have to, I don't know how they're gonna make it up to you, but you can promise them that all the leaves, or the 99.9% of the leaves in the forest is green. So, and most of the trees, it's either it's grey or it's brown. You always win. So come on kids, let's have some fun with our parents. But yeah, so this is just split in. That would go to the coastal section. That's your St. Clair area, St. Clair hut. Yeah, quite popular as well. It's got a, just for interest sake, it's got a hut which sleeps 24 people. It's a 2-day hut, 2-day trail. Nice. But this is the Perdekop where we're going to continue. This is what the sign looks like. If the horse, it's a horse's head. You know why it's a horse's head? It's because the trail, if you look from the top, it looks like the trail is shaped like a horse's head. That's why it's called the Perdekop. Okay, so if we continue, we're going to find a nice little waterfall, a nice little stream. And what you will notice is that our water is actually brown. Why? Water shouldn't be brown. The reason for that is we've got tannin. We've got tannin in the water, and it makes the water brown. It's because of all the leaves. And if the leaf falls and it will turn brown, the color would go into the water, and basically that's the tannin color, or that's the tannin in the water. So let's go. Apparently, the elderly people, the old people, they used to believe that baboons are not afraid of females. If they see you're female, and then they wouldn't run away, even if you have a stick. We've never tested it, so can I have a look? There they are. It's about a troop of, you can say, 20, 30 youngsters. Can you hear them inside? Oh. And they're very curious. So I hope you enjoyed the experience with me. Remember, the Perdekop is in the Knysna section. It's 9.5 km, and you are more than welcome to come do this with us. Do bring your family, and for any more information, just go to our website, gardenroute.nationalpark.org, and come have a walk. For more information, this is all the contact details if you like, and yeah, just give us a shout. Bye.
Okay.
Hiking in Hakaville. So this is my second favorite hiking trail. So what we have the Kranshoek coastal walk. It's 9 kilometers long. Half of it is on the coast. Quite nice actually. I mean, you can take a dive, you can take a swim, have a picnic. Nice. But the start of it, it's all forest. So what happens? You walk down the gorge, all alongside the river, which is nice. Come have a look. Let's go. Welcome. So this is one of the nice views of the trail. As you can see, it's got an open, you can actually see the ocean. It's so beautiful. You can see up to the rocks, and hopefully soon we'll be having a zip slide and you guys can have some fun. Look at that. Okay, so let's go. again, coming out of the forest on the 9 kilometer to the coast, we're almost at the coast. So if you can just join me, a few meters away, you'd see, you can actually hear the bundu bashing. You can hear that. So let's see, come on. And look at this. Beautiful.
The Garden Route National Park consists of all the lakes and rivers in the wilderness area. It consists of the very unique Knysna Estuary, and then in the Tsitsikamma area, both the coastal zone as well as the marine protected area, which conserves quite a few very special eating species as well as other marine species. And then since 2009, we also took over quite a large component of the indigenous forests. That's about 45,000 hectares of forests, of indigenous forest, which is the largest complex of indigenous forests in the country.
So I think there's something deep inside of us, all of us, that want this connection with nature. I mean, I think if you look at kids playing, or if you remember ourselves as kids, you know, you're always very curious about nature, looking under rocks, looking at spiders, and somewhere along the line as adults we lose that. You see the difference in people when they go up into the mountains or into the forest. There's this reconnection to something that we lost as adults.
The Garden Route National Park is for adrenaline junkies and people who love adventure sporting activities, from cyclists to athletes to hikers to paragliding to canoeing and all sorts of water activities, to scuba diving, to snorkeling. It's a hub for adventure junkies.
Here we go. I'm up for this.
The Otter Trail has become an international brand. It's a 5-day hike that takes you along some of the most amazing unspoiled coastlines, very rugged coastlines. You have to do river crossings to complete it, and people book up to 2 years in advance. It's one of our most popular trails along our coastline. In the wilderness area, we have chalets, camping sites, and we have huts. And we try and cater for income groups of different sectors of the community. In Tsitsikamma is probably our biggest camp. We have probably about 88 units for accommodation, and more than 100 camping sites, which are popular throughout the year. The Knysna area, we don't really have a lot of accommodation. I think it would be unfair also to compete with the town of Knysna, where there's a lot of bed and breakfasts and lodges. We like to make sure that we appreciate the role that the national park plays in its conservation obligations, but also a local economy like this area has no other real economy but tourism. And the national park takes very seriously that role that we play in local tourism.
It's a national park. It's a hub for nature, and it's where we can guarantee that nature is protected.
bigger and the better. Of course, the 30 minutes just every single year. And it just continues to grow and grow in stature. Lovely to have your company here, folks. Welcome to all our runners, all our overseas contingent runners, all from different parts of the country. People who've come here time and time again every year to grace us with their presence. The Knysna American Running Club, who do such a great job every year in making this event happen. Credit to them too. Awesome to have your company. At about 7 o'clock this morning, the marathon runners went on their merry way. We look forward to welcoming them back at the end. Come on.
support their loved ones. It's always good to see it. All the locals here at Knysna who come down especially to welcome all the finishers across the line. It's been an absolute awesome day here in this beautiful part of the world.
So back in 2006, the Knysna Marathon was my first running race, basically my first running experience, and that's definitely when the bug bit for me. After the race, coming back to Cape Town, to my hometown Hout Bay, I joined my local running club and really quickly got into trail running and to running on Table Mountain. And I guess what it's been 13, 14 years now, and the rest is history.
Hello all, welcome to the Knysna Forest Marathon virtual lucky draw. My name's Wayne. I'm the president and the organizer of the Knysna Forest Marathon. With me, I've got Bailey. She was one of my secretaries. That was the brains behind this whole virtual race. Yes, I just want to say thank you. It was a great response. We ended up getting over 1,200, close to 1,300 entries. People really enjoyed it. We got some nice photos. We got some nice videos. People were really creative. They showed us that they do social distancing, and the people really enjoyed it. You know, it was a scare when we had to make a decision to cancel the Knysna Forest Marathon. We were all looking forward to it. You know, it's not called the most beautiful marathon for nothing. You get the nice experiences, taxi ride, the glebe, nice freezing cold. As I saw this morning, I was there very early, and it was 2 degrees, so the people didn't miss much. You would still have had the cold. But yes, it was nice. I saw some people running around, and the people enjoyed it. It was very nice. You know, I can't wait for next year that we can have it again. We can be all in the forest. Yes, so we're lucky to have some lucky draws. Lucky to some of our sponsors. We got some nice prizes. We got a nice holiday for those people that want to come next year. A nice place to stay by the nice the Hollow. And yes, yeah, when we're coming to an end to the Oyster Festival, you know, it's something we're going to miss. Although we did it nicely, it was nicely done, well organized, some nice events that we had. And we were glad that we could do it all virtual. We could still see that the Oyster Festival is alive. It's still going. Knysna's here. Knysna hasn't gone anywhere. The corona is here. The corona is everywhere. But we'll get over it, and I'm sure a lot of people will be back visiting Knysna. Bailey, don't know. Do you want to say something about the virtual race?
I just want to say thank you very much for everybody who entered, and we will be getting back to all of your queries. I have been receiving quite a few emails. Just a reminder to everybody, to those who actually placed the order for the entries, you are the ones who need to submit the times and the race numbers for all of those that actually have taken part in this. And to please upload your photos to knysnavirtualrace@gmail.com. And just thank you. It's been great seeing so many photos and videos coming in. We've all missed it this year. I actually went and I ran the forest this morning. It was very sad to be running it just the two of us and missed the thousands of people that would have been out there. And hopefully next year we will be back up and running. Thanks.
Yes, and just one or two other things. I was going through the entries and I see one of the eldest was an elderly lady, or an auntie, as I would say, because she's 76 years old. She even put in her time. Yes, and it's nice to see that all over South Africa, people were interested and people were running. We had some international people that also took part. So yes, it was really fun. You know, it's nice to see people are still there. We like running. We want to run. So, you know, it's nice to see that we can still do it virtually. Okay, now I think we're going to go to the lucky draws. We're going to do it through an app, a random number generating app. So what happens is I push on the draw number, a number will come up, and Bailey will tell us who the lucky winner is. Okay, we're going to start off with, I got 4 500 cash vouchers from the Knysna Marathon Club. So let's start off and let's do the first draw. Bailey, 1202.
One, 202 is race number 3489. That's Monique Kutza from, I will tell you now, she is an other, so we will be contacting her for more details.
Okay, let's go to the next one. 451.
451. 451, race number 1384. That is Liesel King from Randburg Harriers.
Oh, yes, all the way from Randburg. Nice, Joburg area. Let's go on to the third one. 507.
507 is Liesel Evans. We will be contacting her for more details. Her race number is 1440.
As the people can see, the random number app goes up to 1268. That's how many entries there were. So obviously people were given different numbers. That's why Bailey will call out the number and the name. Okay, we go for the last cash from Knysna Marathon Club. 325.
325 is Neil Kruger, race number 1258. We will be contacting him for more details.
Okay, thank you. Okay, then we're going to go over, as you can see on the photo that people can see, nice from the Food Emporium. It consists of Dry Dock, 34 South, tapas and oysters, and Sirocco, situated in the Knysna waterfront, also on the Teeson Island. Great food. I don't know if people have seen different videos that they've been doing from the 34 South. That's where the oysters, Knysna oysters, can be eaten, and they're always supporting us. So thanks to them for the vouchers. 2 times 300 Rand vouchers. We go for the first 300 Rand voucher, goes to number 45.
45 is Jan Fourie from Graafrenet Running Club, race number 244.
Nice. I hope some of these guys are listening and jumping up and down and screaming that they won. Okay, the next 300 Rand voucher goes to 433.
433 is race number 1366, which is REAL Knysna Oyster from Strand.
Nice, nice. Hope you're going to enjoy that when you come here next year. Go and visit those places and eat nicely. The next voucher we got is from Mario's. People will know Mario's restaurant that was in the Knysna waterfront. When you come visit us again in Knysna, you'll see that they've moved to a new place opposite the field. And it's a nice place because it's going to be there for the Oyster Festival, and it's going to be, yeah, the voucher is for 500 Rand. So let's see who's the winner. $1174. Sorry, Bailey. I was distracted there for a moment. Like you say, people, this is virtual. This is live. This is what we're doing. This is how it all has to be done.
1174 is Frida Verster from Kovsi AC, race number 3461.
Frida, you must enjoy that 500 Rand voucher by Mario's. I'm sure you're going to eat very nicely. Okay, people, our last voucher that we received for the lucky draw is a favorite place of mine also. It's a Knysna Hollows. If anyone stayed there before, you'll know it's a wonderful, it's a very nice place. It's a nice place to stay. It's a nice place to sleep over. It's a nice place to eat. It's just nice. It's a good place if you want to come visit Knysna. No accommodation. That's the best place to be. And we thank them again for their contribution and the voucher that they've given us. It's a 2-night stay for 2 people on a bed and breakfast basis. So you get this, you set, you just have to enter for next year and you just have to come. So let's see who's the lucky winner of this one. 858.
$858 is Leandri Gardner from, I'm not sure where, Western Province, race number 3145. We will be contacting her for more details.
Well, at least Bailey, she's got a place to stay next year, so I'm sure she will be here. People, thank you. Those are all our lucky draws. Again, thank you to our sponsors. Please, I just want to say, yes, there I am again. Yes, as I wanted to say, thank you again to all the people that participated. The Knysna Forest Marathon will be back next year. We'll be stronger, we'll be better. I hope that people will be joining us, coming to visit Knysna, coming to run again in the forest. And again, I just want to say, you know, those people that contributed and donated to our charities, we had our 4 nominated charities this year, and a lot of people donated their entries to them. And, you know, a lot of some of the money that we've also got for the virtual race is going to be going to a lot of non-profit organizations. They would have benefited from having the Oyster Festival, even the Knysna Forest Marathon on the field. So we will be supporting a lot of these places. And, you know, that's all. That's what the Knysna Forest Marathon is all about. It's about giving back. You know, we like to support our local charities. We like to support our non-profit organizations, even our local community. So again, from our side, for my whole Knysna Marathon Club, from our committee, our chair lady Sharon Brown, and you know, everyone at the Knysna Marathon Club, we want to say thank you to everyone that comes and runs, and we hope to see you all next year. And we're sure it'll be a good 2021. Thanks a lot.
Welcome to the heart of the garden route in South Africa, to a town whose biggest claim to fame is being the home of a maths and science teacher. This is Knysna. And these forests are some of the oldest trees in the world. They were just seedlings while Genghis Khan was invading China. And under this dense canopy is run a marathon that people speak of in hushed whispers. We've heard that this could be the most beautiful, but one of the most challenging road running races in South Africa. So Charlene and I decided to find out for ourselves.
Now here's a tricky problem. Ticket. Thank you. Getting a taxi. Getting to the start is not so simple. Because first, we have to catch a taxi. Thanks, bye! Which drove us up the forest road in the dark, dropping us off on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere.
Imagine being scared to walk alone, scared to speak your mind, and scared to just be. This is what we
Hi guys, this is it.
Okay,
All the best vir julle.
Thank you.
Ek sien julle later in die bos.
Okay.
Stop daar so en dan sien julle daar res in die bos ingaan.
Net reg in die bos. And just like that, we were in the Knysna forest. The only way back now is to run the race. But first, we had to walk in the dark to the start.
You can't see me, but after being dumped by the taxi, we're now in a pitch black forest. And I think I lost Charlene a little while ago already. I am feeling cold and I'm dressed like a hobo. And I'm walking in the Knysna forest. And I'm ready for a marathon.
We emerged into a clearing into the forest.
It's like Blair Witch Project.
Fires were lit and hot chocolate was served. And there we waited for the start.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hundreds of us, dressed in jerseys, beanies and gloves, set off into the darkness and immediately into our first hill.
Definitely the toughest race to get I've had in any marathon that I've run. People are starting to strip. It's getting hot now.
As we stripped off our dozen layers, we reached the first summit and were greeted by the warmth of the sun.
We've just come up the first hill, taken off all my clothes, which apparently they donate to charity, although I see most of them be picked up by the guys on the side of the road. It's actually just gone 4Ks, and now we've got a nice downhill stretch.
And that would be the last time that either of us would describe a downhill as nice. We began to run deeper into the forest, and while the trees grew larger, so did the hills.
Oh, hills like real wet.
Now I knew there were going to be hills, but so far they've been a lot steeper than I thought. Still having fun, but I'm a little bit worried. My legs are not going to survive this. Now about 19 Ks in the race, and I'm starting to learn now is that at Knysna you're either going up or you're going down. There's no flat, and at the moment it's just up.
While we celebrated the summit of another hill, Knysna's toughest challenge was just around the corner. We were about to descend down the mountainside into the belly of the beast.
Oh my god, it is so massive hill. Hopefully we can go out of this. The hills are done.
Although it sounds like we complained the whole way,
Oh fuck, I'm tired.
with all those hills, who was it?
Oh my gosh, you got almost here! Almost
As we emerged from under the shadow of the giants in the forest, it was onward to the finish. We came to Knysna to see if this marathon could be South Africa's most beautiful road running race. After the experience of 42 kilometers on these sand roads without 1 meter of flatness, we have decided that if your legs can survive, yes, it just may be.
Best marathon in the country, I think.
Thank you, Knysna, for one incredible adventure.
Good evening, everyone. Wishing you a warm welcome to the Knysna Virtual Oyster Festival. My name is Shaza, in case you haven't noticed, and I'm going to do a bit of a 20-minute set for you. I hope you guys enjoy it, and yeah. Yeah, a little bit of Fleetwood Mac. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you.
got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Sing with me. I guess you say, what can make me feel this way, my girl, so my girl. I've got so much honey, the bees having me, yeah. As I've got a sweeter song than the birds in the trees. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way, my girl, so my girl. Ooh, oh yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh. So I don't need no money, fortune and fame. I've got all the riches, baby, that one back can claim. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way, my girl, talking about my girl. I've got sunshine, oh, my girl. I've got sunshine, baby, oh, my girl. Talking about my girl, ooh, my girl.
Oh yeah. I hope everyone is still doing okay during these difficult times. And please don't forget to make a donation for FAMSA. They do amazing community work. And we would like to thank you so much for being here tonight and for tuning in. And this next one is called To Love Somebody. Oh yeah.
There's a light, certain kinds of lights that never shone me. I want my love to be there with you, there with you. There's a way, everybody's saying, to do each and every little thing. But what good does spring if we ain't got you? If I ain't got you, ain't got you. Sing with me, baby. You don't know what it's like, baby. You don't know what it's like. Woo! To love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you. Oh yeah. In my brain, I see your face again. I know my frame of mind. You ain't got to be so blind, and I'm blind, so sad. ain't got you, ain't got you, baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody, the way I love you. To love somebody, the way I love you. No, 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 you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody, the way I love you. Oh yeah. They say, oh my gosh, I see the way you shine. Take my hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me back while I was passing by. And now I'm there to see you dance just one more time. Oh, I'll see you, see you, see you every time. Oh, I like your style. You make me wanna try. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So I say, dance on me, dance on me, dance on me, oh. I never seen anybody do that things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. They say, oh my gosh, I see you walking by. Take my hand, my dear, and look me in my eyes. Just like a monkey, I've been dancing my whole life. You just beg to see me dance just one more time. Ooh, I'll see you, see you, see you every time. I like your style. You make me wanna cry. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So I say, dance on me, dance on me, dance on me, oh. I never seen anybody do that things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey. When you're done, I'll make you do it all again. They say, dance on me, dance on me, dance on me, oh. I've never seen anybody do that things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. You guys know the song, right? Woo! Uh-huh. What are they say? Dance on me, dance on me, dance on me, oh. I never seen anybody do that things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey. When you're done, I'll make you do it all again. They say, dance on me, dance on me, dance on me, oh. I never seen anybody do that things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again, again.
From my side, I would just like to thank you so much for tuning in tonight. My name is Shaza. Thank you for supporting FAMSA. Take care. God bless. All the best.
yeah, I'd like to thank you all for joining me this evening. This gig is done on behalf of the Knysna Oyster Festival, which we're going virtual this year. And of course, I'm doing it on behalf of FAMSA. So I really hope you enjoy the next 20 odd minutes. Thank you very much. And by the way, my name is Susie Lee. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and probably gigs around Cape Town soon, hopefully. Thank you.
Don't you know, talking about a revolution it sounds. Don't you know, talking about a revolution it sounds. While they standing in welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps, armies of salvation, wasting time on employment lines, looking around, waiting for promotion. Don't you know, talking about a revolution it sounds. Poor people gonna rise up, oh, and take what's theirs. Poor people gonna rise up, oh, and get their share. Don't you know you better run, 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 run. Don't you know you better run, 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 run. Finally the tables, they starting to turn, talking about a revolution. Finally the tables, they starting to turn, talking about a revolution. Don't you know, talking about a revolution sounds. Don't you know, talking about a revolution sounds. Poor people gonna rise up, oh, and take what's theirs. Poor people gonna rise up, oh, and get their share. Don't you know you better run, 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 run. Don't you know you better run, 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 run. Finally the tables, they starting to turn, talking about a revolution. Well, you dumped on me, you bet I felt it. Tried to beat you, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back before the cool run, and I'll be giving it my bestest. Nothing's gonna stop me, divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some and learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. Well, I'm yours. Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you will find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God intended life to be loved, love, 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 love. So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. Well, I'm sure there's no need to complicate. Our time is short. This is our fate. Well, I'm yours. Well, I've been spending way too long checking my tongue in the mirror, bending over backwards, trying to see it clearer. My breath fogged up the glass, so I drew in your face and I lied. I guess what I'm saying is there ain't no better reason. Rid yourself of vanity and just go with the seasons. It's what we aim to do. Our name is our virtue, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God and tender right to be loved, love, 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 love. We get it almost every night when the moon is big and bright. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Everybody here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bite. They keep things loose, they keep things tight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. We like our fun, we never fight. We can dance up and stay up all night. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. We like our fun, we never fight. We can dance up and stay up all night. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight. Everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's a supernatural delight. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight. Homegrown alligator, see you later. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. Sudden change in the atmosphere, architecture unfamiliar. Well, I could get used to this. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, know what I mean. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. The south of the equator, navigator, gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. Deep sea diving round the clock, bikini bottoms, lager tops. Well, I could get used to this. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, know where I'll be. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. We got two in the front, two in the back, sailing along, and we won't look back, 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 back. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like someone. Men I've been seen, baby, got their souls up on a shelf. You know they can't even love me when they can't even love themselves. But I need someone to love me, who won't have to put himself above me. You can love me like a man. I've never seen such losers, even though I have tried. Find a man and take me home instead of always for a ride. 'Cause I need someone to love me. Believe it when I tell you what I'm saying, yeah. You can love me like a man. I want me to rock on like my bag ain't got no bone. I want someone to rock me like his backbone was his own. 'Cause I need someone to love me, who won't have to put himself above me. You can love me like a man. I come on sad and lonely, feel like I wanna cry. Want a man to love me, not some kind of fool to ask me why. Darling, you know that I care. Who won't have to put himself above me. You can love me like a man. I got on the phone and called the girl, said meet me down at Curly Pearl's for na-na-na-na. In my high-heel shoes and fancy fares, ran down the stairs, held me a cab going na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na. Oh, now na-na-na-na. Na-na-na. When I pushed the door, I saw Erin or Mary Lou singing on the floor, going na-na-na-na. Sue came in the silk sarong, she waltzed across, they played that song, going na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na. Oh, now na-na-na-na. Na-na-na. Was a little late, she had to go out for a date, going na-na-na-na. Curly fixed another drink, the piano man began to sing, going na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na. Oh, now na-na-na-na. Well, it was already 3:30, and I was young and so were we, going na-na-na-na. Oh Lord, did we have a ball, singing, dancing down the hall, going na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na. Oh, now na-na-na-na. Na-na-na. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Heal the children crying, one love. Heal the children crying, one heart. Giving thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let them all pass on their dirty remarks. There is one question I'd really love to ask, is there a place for the hopeless sinner who has hurt all mankind just to save his own beliefs? One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. Heal the children crying, one love. Heal the children crying, one heart. Giving thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Just one more thing. Let's get together to fight this holy Armageddon. So when man comes, there'll be no doom. Pity on those who chances grow thinner. There ain't no hiding place from the Father of creation. One love, what about one heart? Let's get together and feel alright. Heal the children crying, one love. Heal the children crying, one heart. Giving thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Giving thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touched down in the land of the Delta Blues, middle of the pouring rain. W.C. Andy, won't you look down over me? I've got a first class ticket, but I'm blue as a girl can be. I'm walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off a pier. I'm walking in Memphis, but do I really feel the way I feel? Saw the ghost of Elvis on a Union Avenue. Follow them up to the gates of Graceland. Then they watched me walk right through. Now security did not see him, they just hovered round his tomb. But there's a pretty little thing waiting for the kill down in the jungle room. And I'm walking in Memphis, I'm walking with my feet 10 feet off a pier. I'm walking in Memphis, but do I really feel the way I feel? They've got catfish on the table, they've got gospel in the air. Reverend Green, we're glad to see you when you haven't got a prayer, but you got a prayer in Memphis. Gabrielle plays piano every Friday at Hollywood, and they brought me down to see him, and they asked me if I would sing a little number as I sang with all my might. And he said, tell me, are you a Christian child? And I said, and I am tonight. Walking in Memphis, walking with my feet 10 feet off a pier. Walking in Memphis, do I really feel the way I feel? Walking in Memphis, half a beer, walking in Memphis. Do I really feel the way I feel? Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane and touched down in the land of the Delta Blues, middle of the pouring rain. Touchdown, land of the Delta Blues, in the middle of the pouring rain.